بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة على سيدنا رسول الله وآله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. Inshallah, we'll be continuing the reading of this beautiful book, The Virtues of Fasting for Imam Al-Firyabe. He says رحمه الله تعالى باب ما روي عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أنه قال ليس من البر الصيام في السفر وما روي في الصيام في السفر. So he's saying that this chapter he will start speaking on that it is not preferred to fast while traveling. And what has been narrated in this chapter? So Sahaba radiallahu anhum, they had difference of opinions pertaining to fasting while traveling. Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu, he saw that the fast is not valid if a person fasts while he's traveling. And then inshallah ta'ala he will be mentioning some opinions under this chapter. He says حدثنا قتيبة بن سعيد قال أخبرنا الليث هو بن سعد عن ابن شهاب عن صفوان بن عبد الله بن صفوان عن ابي الدرداء عن كعب بن عاصم أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول ليس من البر أو ليس البر الصيام في السفر. That the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is saying that it's not from piety to fast in traveling. قال حدثنا قتيبة قال حدثنا سفيان بن عيينة عن الزهري عن صفوان بن عبد الله عن ابي الدرداء عن كعب بن عاصم أن النبي صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وسلم قال ليس من البر الصيام في السفر. Different wordings that it's not piety to fast while traveling. حدثنا محمد بن صباح قال أخبرنا سفيان عن الزهري بإسناده مثله قال حدثنا أبو كامل الجحدري وقال حدثنا يزيد بن زريع أخبرنا معمر عن الزهري عن صفوان بن عبد الله عن ابي الدرداء عن كعب بن عاصم الأشعري عن صفوان بن عبد الله عن ابي الدرداء عن كعب بن عاصم الأشعري وكان من أصحاب السفينة أنه سمع النبي صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وسلم يقول ليس من البر الصيام في السفر. It's not piety to fast while traveling. I would add to it that the other narration which says that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves a person to take his permissions and his permissibilities, like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves and he likes that a person to take the azaim and determinations and to make more effort in his obedience and his worship. And this is because that a person when he's traveling, he's in the state of being weak, he's in the state of being worried. So the fast will make it harder on him, and maybe he will lose his luggage, he will lose his family because that he's tired and his brain is not together. So to break his fast, this is very, very nice that a person is to break his fast while traveling. However, is it okay to keep the fast while traveling? Yeah, it is okay, but better is to break his fast. قال حدثنا محمد بن مصفى حدثنا بقية حدثنا الزبيدي عن زهري عن صفوان بن عبد الله بن صفوان عن ابي الدرداء عن كعب بن عاصم الأشعري أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم قال ليس البر الصوم في السفر. قال حدثنا قتيبة بن سعيد قال حدثنا بكر بن مضر عن عمارة بن غزية عن محمد بن عبد الرحمن بن سعد بن جابر بن عبد الله أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم قال في بعض أسفاره وأناس مجتمعون على رجل فسأل عنه فقالوا رجل أجهده الصوم فقال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ليس البر الصوم في السفر. This narration from Jabir radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he's mentioning that while Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, while he is traveling, people were around him and they asked him مجتمعون على رجل فسأل عنه. Nabi Jabir Abdullah said that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was traveling and the people, they were around a man. They were around a man. فسأل عنه. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam asked of him, the one who was in the middle, and the people also have surrounded him. They said رجل أجهده الصوم. This person is very, very tired because of fasting. Maybe he fell down or he fainted because of fasting while traveling. So Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said, ليس البر الصوم في السفر. It's not from piety a person to fast while traveling. قال حدثنا قتيبة بن سعيد قال حدثنا عبد العزيز بن محمد عن عمارة بن غزية عن محمد بن عبد الرحمن عن جابر بن عبد الله قال خرجنا مع رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم في غزوة تبوك ورسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يسير بعد أن أضحى فإذا هو بجماعة في ظل شجرة فقال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم ما هذه الجماعة قالوا رجل صائم أجهده الصوم وقال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ليس البر أن تصوموا في السفر. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as Jabir is saying, that they came out in the Ghazwa of Tabuk, and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he is walking or he is riding while at the time of Duha. So a group of people, they were under the shade of a tree. So Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, what is this group? So they said, رجل صائم أجهده الصوم. They said that a man is fasting أجهده الصوم, and he's so tired of fasting, and this obviously because that he's traveling and fasting. And maybe they mean that the whole group, because in Arabic the word mufrad rajulun, sometimes it is to be said on the group also, not only for the singular. Rajul means one man, but sometimes in rhetorical Arabic they use it for jama'a, for a group. So Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, it's not from piety to fast while in traveling. And subhanAllah ta'ala, if a person is traveling and fasting and tired, he cannot carry his luggage, he cannot take care of his family, and subhanAllah, sometimes he may lose his passport. Allahu Akbar. And then he's in a big trouble. So breaking the fast will be the best option for this person, the rukhsah of Allah. If a person who's not fasting while traveling, sometimes he loses his luggage, he loses his belongings, his cash, he loses also his, subhanAllah ta'ala, his phone, the bag of his friend. If he's not fasting, what about if he's fasting? Subhanallah ta'ala. That's why it's better to break the fast while traveling. And then he said, حدثنا عبد الرحمن بن إبراهيم قال حدثنا الوليد بن مسلم قال حدثنا الأوزاعي حدثنا يحيى عن محمد بن عبد الرحمن بن ثوبان عن جابر بن عبد الله قال مر رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم برجل في سفر في ظل شجرة يرش عليه الماء فقال ما بال صاحبكم قالوا صائم يا رسول الله قال ليس من البر الصيام في السفر فعليكم برخصة الله التي رخص لكم فاقبلوها. So Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, according to the narration of Jabir bin Abdullah, that he passed by a person while he's in traveling, while Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam was traveling, and he was under the shade, and يرش عليه الماء, and he's sprinkling water on his body. So Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam asked about this person who's sprinkling water on him, meaning he's so exhausted and tired. They said, he's fasting, Ya Rasulullah. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, it's not from piety to fast while traveling. فَعَلَيْكُمْ بِرُخْصَةِ اللَّهِ. So take the permission of Allah. Take the permission of Allah and accept it, which He made it. Take the permissibility of Allah, which He gave you the permission of, and accept it. حدثنا أبو بكر بن شيبة قال حدثنا غندر عن شعبة عن محمد بن عبد بن سعد عن محمد بن عمرو بن الحسن بن علي عن جابر بن عبد الله قال كان رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم في سفر فرأى رجلا قد اجتمع عليه الناس وقد ظلل عليه فقالوا هذا رجل صائم فقال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ليس من البر أن تصوموا في السفر. So Nabi صلى الله عليه وسلم, Jabir, he said that Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم, he was traveling, so he saw a man was surrounded by people, and they made a shade on him, and they said, well, Rasulullah, this is a person, he is fasting. So it means that all of them, they're not fasting and he's fasting, or they're fasting but they're not exhausted. فقال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ليس البر أن نصوم السفر, it's not from piety to fast while traveling. قال حدثنا عثمان بن أبي شيبة قال حدثنا يزيد بن هارون وغندر عن شعبة عن محمد بن عبد الرحمن عن محمد بن عمرو عن جابر بن عبد الله قال رأى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم رجلا في السفر قد ظلل عليه فقال ما هذا قالوا صائم قال ليس من البر أن تصوم بالسفر. Previously translated. إن شاء الله تعالى we finish by the hadith number 80. حدثنا عثمان بن أبي شيبة حدثنا معاوية بن هشام حدثنا ابن أبي ذئب أخبرني من لا أتهمه عن عطاء بن يسار عن جابر بن عبد الله قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ليس من البر أن تصوموا في السفر. It's not from piety to fast while traveling. Inshallah we stop with this hadith 80 and we continue inshallah in the next recording. Ask Allah Ta'ala to accept it, to make it easy for us, to make us from these people that they listen to the words of wisdom and they convey it. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen.